We are on.
Yay! Our first video.
Yes, we made it. All right.
Hi, I'm Katrina White,
And I'm Susan Lynne.
also known as the Cat and Sue Show.
You're supposed to say cat, and I go and
Right. Okay. Also known as the Cat
and Sue show.
Welcome to Crysalyst.
Welcome to Crysalyst. We've created Crysalyst as a place where people can go to spend time with themselves in order to go within and create a life that you love.
If right now you really don't like your life, any aspect of your life, maybe you're feeling overweight, maybe you're feeling dragged down, maybe you're feeling stuck in a relationship, maybe you're feeling stuck at a job, what we're going to do is help you to get through that, to get unstuck and thrive in life, and as Susan said, to create a life that you really love living every single day. And know that this is absolutely possible. Mm-hmm. We've done it.
Yes, so what makes us such experts?
Because we spent the past 25 years, well, 25 for you, about 20 for me, probably since birth, if you think about it.
I would say.
Searching.
Yeah.
Trying to discover who we are, making loads of mistakes along the way.
Yes, we are experts at that.
We are experts at that.
Good. We're very good.
So the whole thing is to honestly, get together with us over coffee, tea, whatever you drink, whatever you like to do.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers there, Sue. And we are going to share our journeys. Yeah. We are going to share our learning, which has been like hundreds and hundreds of books we've read and conferences we've gone to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the
seminars,
ancient sages, the seminars,
workshops, meditative retreats,
you name it.
Soul searching.
We've done it.
Yeah.
And we're continuing to do it.
Yes. Because life is fascinating and is constantly, isn't that one way to say it?
It is fascinating.
Yes. And is constantly presenting each of us individually and together. It's presenting new challenges every day or new realizations. Just situations that we need to respond to, react to, adapt around, and it brings up things. Well, for me, I can speak for me, it brings up things within me where I look at it and think, oh, I thought that I had dealt with that 20 years ago. Yeah. I fixed that part of me. Like, I healed that. Yeah. What is this doing now? And I've become aware now that things just do keep coming back up. It's just that they get easier to deal with because these are now familiar areas for me. And when it comes up again, it's because, I think of it like the peeling the onion. It's because my whole system is ready to look at this now at a deeper level and a more profound level of healing. So I've got the philosophy where, if something's coming up now, well, it might be uncomfortable. It must be because I'm ready to see it and ready to deal with it. Do you find that?
100%. Because one of the things is that there's no magical cure for anything.
No. Sorry, we don't have a magic wand.
Yeah.
Although we should get one.
Oh, we should get a magic wand.
We'll have it next time.
And it's going to be very fluffy and pretty, and it has to have bling.
And sparkles.
Okay.
We will have it next time.
We're all about bling.
Because you know what? Sometimes a magic wand does work. This doesn't work for everything. All right?
It's true. Okay, so we're waving this theoretical magic wand. And the bottom line is that even though we have transformed ourselves, therefore our lives, we are always being faced with new things. The difference is we know how to recognize it, we know how to work through it, and we know how to not only survive it, but thrive beyond it. And that is the biggest difference. And this is what we want to help you to do as well.
Right.
Because shit happens. Oops, shouldn't say shit, right?
No.
Okay.
Bleepity bleep.
Stuff happens in life.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and just the downright ugly. That's just life.
It's a given.
It is. But being equipped to be able to deal with it in a more rational way, but even an emotional way, because half the time we're just pushing all that crap down, right?
You just push it aside because you got to get on with life.
Yeah, and then you know what? It comes back
There's
up.
There's a build-up.
To go, hello, neon sign, look at me, I'm still around.
Notice this, yeah. Yeah, and do you find that, so you were talking about how, can we just take a breath?
Yeah.
Okay, just take a deep breath. All right.
Love doing that.
Me too.
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was awesome.
Because I was...
Hope you breathe with us.
Yeah, do. When we breathe, you breathe. You know what? I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And I find breathing is really good for my life.
We don't breathe enough.
I know.
We breathe from here. We go, and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
And then when you breathe from the diaphragm, just like a good operatic singer, when you breathe down here and you just pull it up and you fill your tummy and your lungs and everything out, and then you just exhale, it centers you.
Yeah, well, and neuroscience, I mean, just physiologically we know it oxygenates the brain.
This is a good thing.
Yes. And makes us more creative. And if you feel that you're getting afraid of a topic, even just slightly, this part of your brain, your prefrontal cortex, actually just goes offline.
Right.
Whereas your reptilian brain, the back of your brain, and we call it the amygdala back here, these glands, kicks in to, and this can be subtle, but it fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah.
So in a conversation, what that might mean is like, a freeze might just be, I shut down, I'm not talking anymore, I hope this just goes away and nobody notices me. So if I just notice a little bit of tension coming up like I did there, like it was really subtle, where I was like, oh, what am I going to talk about next?
Yeah.
I just thought, why don't I just breathe? Because if I breathe deeply and slowly, it's like bringing a computer back online. This kicks back in, and then I feel like, and then I want to bring up the next topic I was thinking about. And I don't know if it's too personal.
No, say it.
It's about when you were not well over the holidays.
Oh, I know. Here I was feeling absolutely fantastic, and then boom, I got pneumonia.
And so I was just really feeling for you in that situation.
Aw,
and then well, I was thinking about you the whole time.
You're so kind.
And sending you loving and healing thoughts from my house to your house.
Thank you. By the way, that does work.
And it does, yes. It's energy.
It's
all energy. Yeah. And then we talked about it afterwards, after you surfaced after about a month. And this is where I really just admired all of the work you've done, the inner work you've done in your life about the inner healing, the soul searching, you finding your inner resources, the kind of surrendering to nature, in this case, the pneumonia virus.
Yeah.
And so to me it was a good example about how, though you can't make bad things stop happening or go away, it gets easier to ride them out when they happen. Because you said I was just in there, I was surrendered, I couldn't even think straight, and I just thought, okay, I'm just surrendered to this, my body's going to do this, so that even though it's like I'm not like a magic wand you can make pneumonia go away, it seemed like, and let me know if this is true, was it easier for you to go through that pneumonia right now than it would have been 20 years previously?
100%. Because over the past, I don't know, 5 to 8 years, I've been really focused on this whole concept of letting go, let God. I never quite understood that, to be honest with you. I mean, intellectually, of course, you get the concept of letting go, right? Letting go of an emotion, letting go of a situation, letting go of a person even.
Oh, yeah.
But I never really understood exactly, one, how to do that. I thought it was incredibly complicated, first of all. And secondly, what it really means. And so with all the training and learning and experiences that I've had in life, when I got hit with a really bad case of pneumonia, gotta be honest, it was pretty scary.
It was bad.
Yeah. I was like, okay, what do I need to know? Why have I been sent this? Because I really do believe, as I know you do, we're sent stuff for a reason, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, I think I need to let go of some stuff. And it was like, oh, okay. I'm going to put this into practice. So what was fascinating about it is that I would overanalyze it, which is what I do best. I would start pining over, am I doing this right? Do I need to meditate more? You know, what do I really need to do? And I started to just completely go off kilter, which was really interesting considering all the work I've done. And then I realized that by just literally breathing and surrendering to this thing that was physically and emotionally, even spiritually happening to me, it was like my body wanted to cleanse of something.
I remember you said
that. So all of a sudden, I just literally, I would sleep 17, 18 hours a day.
Wow.
I started watching the Twilight Saga movies.
Which
I
you
love Edward Cullen. Hello.
She fell in love.
I know.
with this.
Here I am, far too inappropriately old for Edward Cullen, but I
Are
don't
you
really
ever too
care.
old?
No, he's 108 years old, so I think I am appropriate. See, I would actually be
She's half his age.
half his age. Therefore, I would be appropriate. I never thought of it.
Nice.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So what ultimately happened was I just literally breathed through every day.
Yeah.
I couldn't even meditate. Do you know, I couldn't even get the energy to meditate. But I think just my breathing was meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Because meditation doesn't mean you have to sit there and go, and levitate.
Yeah.
You know, it can be as simple as just taking the moment to breathe.
Sure.
And connect.
Yeah.
And then I realized that because I was so physically ill, I had no choice but to surrender.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go to the hospital because I'm just going to be around sick people anyway.
Yeah.
And I knew what to do. So by just being me, by not allowing all my crazy thoughts to just take over, by not analyzing everything, which, you know, as I mentioned, I tend to do.
Right. Busy.
Oh, chatter, non-stop.
Fix it.
Well, we're fixers, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're caregivers, we're fixers. We fix everybody else's problems except our own. Hello. So it was just the universe's way of saying there's still something stuck inside of you that needs to be released. So I, for almost 2 months, whoa, it was a doozy, just let go. Well, it was surrendering the drama of it. It was surrendering whatever was coming up. And physically letting go, emotionally letting go, and spiritually letting go. Not being attached to anything. And that, I think you have to experience it to really understand what I'm saying, right? But at the same time, it really is about detoxing every part of you to just go, oh, enough. Enough already. You know? You're fighting. What are you fighting against? Well, you're always fighting against yourself, even though you think you're fighting somebody else. Or a disease or something. But you're really fighting yourself. And so by letting go of all of this, oh my God. Do you know that I not only lost a lot of weight, because one, I couldn't eat, but I also felt younger. I felt lighter.
Wow.
I had people actually showing up at the house bringing food and stuff going, you look 10 years younger.
Wow.
It was like, well, okay, maybe not on camera, but oh well. Now I understand what the movie stars go through. But a little bit of Botox and stuff here. But the cool thing is that it just freed things up. And I literally, I don't know how to describe this, I felt light. Or at least lighter.
Isn't that a miraculous
Have you ever had that?
Like the lightness after an illness, do you mean?
Yeah, or any experience where all of a sudden you just have a, oh, now I understand.
Oh yeah, I've had all kinds of moments like that in my life.
Amazing. Share one.
Well.
I just shared my pneumonia.
Yeah. And thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because it's a fascinating thing to hear you going through an illness that you were bedridden and surfacing out of it feeling lighter and looking younger. And to me, I hear rebirth.
That's
it's
exactly.
Like you died and came back to life. Like you were just there.
Yeah.
And that really is a wonderful analogy for Crysalyst.
It is.
It's going within yourself in a cocoon and looking at what's there, and it's like recalibrating in some way. You don't have to get pneumonia and go there for a month where you're bedridden.
No,
we're looking at what we're talking about is in more subtle ways going within and finding what's there, the resources or things that are just ready to be looked at or shifted, and then surfacing from that. And it could be a meditative experience where you go in for 10 minutes and come back out. It could be a weekend workshop where you have meditative time and you just spend time alone with yourself. Like, how often do you do that? You spend time alone with yourself, and if you can do it in these little snippets along the way, then it's not such a surprise when something comes up and says, hello, I want to be seen now. So,
and that's how it works.
And
you get signals.
You know, I changed the subject.
It's okay.
Because you asked me, was there some moment in my life where I just went, So like, I feel lighter, or I just had an aha moment, something like that. I've had many. So I'm trying to think of one in particular. Well, this is a big one for our first video. You think I should?
Go for it.
I like when you say that. Okay. So I was at a weekend silent meditation workshop. And I was sitting in the meditation room around a candle. Everyone was sitting. I'd been sitting there for a couple of hours, if you can believe it. And I enjoy this kind of thing, if you can believe it. Because I love talking a lot too, and I love silence. I love the both. And
nice. We need both.
Yeah. And I was sitting on a meditation stool, and my body was gradually just rocking back and forth by itself, which I've had lots of times when sitting on a meditation stool. Have I told you about this?
No.
Oh, so it's just like I'm involuntarily rocking back and forth. It's really soothing. And I just said to myself,
okay, I want to rock now.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. I'm going to stop.
Rock with us. Rock with us.
Yeah, okay. Is that making you seasick? We're going to stop. All right. So I had the idea. So if I'm involuntarily rocking back and forth like this, why couldn't I just involuntarily lift? Like, what's the difference between gravity or me just being here? Like, I'm being moved. Why couldn't I also just not have gravity hold me down if I'm being moved this way? So I was doing a meditation where I was moving energy all up through my body, just with my mind, my intention.
Beautiful.
I was picturing energy move from my base of my tailbone all the way up my spine to the top of my head, and I just
your
kept
chakras.
Picturing, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And I just in a flow.
Nice.
And I just kept picturing that energy going up like this, and when I did that, I would rock more. And then I just relax after a bit, as you're sitting inside, and I would rock more. I was sitting.
I'm feeling you there.
I'd rock more. Well, what happened? I stood up after 2 hours to stretch, and I started to lift off the ground.
No.
Yeah. Is this too much for the first
No,
conversation?
this is so cool. I've never heard this story before. I'm loving this.
I did. I really, really did.
Wow.
And the first time I told this story was at a holiday party just in the just a few months ago, like just this last holiday season. I actually told it around the dinner table with people from my business. I guess it's time for me to start saying this out loud.
Yeah.
I said, I guess people must need to hear this. So I surrendered to saying it out loud, having people think whatever they think.
Yep.
Because I know this was a fact.
Yeah.
So
this
for
is
me,
incredible.
I had energy buzzing and buzzing and buzzing and buzzing through my body.
Yeah.
And and then I realized, it's possible to lift off the ground. And I kind of thought, thank you, universe, I get it. It's possible to lift off the ground. And then there were people one woman had just been at a bedside of somebody who was having a baby in labor. She'd been there for 36 hours, and she had just come to the meditation room. She was one of the facilitators, and she'd just fallen asleep. And I thought, this is going to wake up the whole room. It was night. It was 10 o'clock. It was bedtime. And I just thought, I get it. And I was just like lifting. I was like, okay, I got to come back down. And I walked over to the window. I got my mug of water. And it was like hard for me to actually move my legs. Like,
wow.
Because they were like, it was really hard for me to walk on the ground. And I walked over and just looked out, and it was a beautiful moon and a clear sky. And I just looked out, I was like breathing through my body, and I was just breathing. I'm going, thank you. I get it that this
beautiful.
This is possible. And I've never done it since. It's never happened since. And that was maybe 15 years ago. And I think if I really worked my way up to that, I could make that happen again. It's just I didn't need to. It's not for some TV show. It's not for a sideshow kind of circus trick thing.
No.
And who would believe it anyway? They'll say there's strings, so I don't need to prove anything to anybody.
No, you don't.
And I think if I really worked it, like what state of mind was I in? What meditation center was I at? Maybe there was something in the ground energies, and could I recreate it? And I just thought, don't go grabbing after it.
Yeah.
That was a letting go too. I thought, oh, that's possible. Thank you. I'm not going to go chasing that anymore.
Wow.
Like, not that I was ever chasing it, but I'm not going to, after this moment, go chasing that.
That's incredible.
Because it's a knowledge. It's like, oh, Like gravity is kind of subjective.
It is. It is.
Like so, and so what does that introduce into my mind? Like all kinds of, wow, what else is there?
Exactly.
That if we put our mind to it,
exactly.
What else is
and
there?
And if we believe.
Yeah.
There's a huge issue of not believing in a lot of things, and most importantly, not believing in what we're capable of being and doing.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we're going to take you through in Crysalyst and share with you through our videos and our Twitter and our Facebook and Instagram. I mean, we're all over social media.
Thanks to her, because she is really the social media genius. I'll be there too. I'll be there too.
We both are. We both are. We're a great team.
We're a team.
An awesome team.
We are.
We rock. Honestly, we rock.
We really
okay,
do.
Little pat on the back for us.
Yes,
okay, little pat on the back. Yeah, there we go. But the whole thing is that we have spent a lifetime on our journey of learning, of making ridiculous choices, of making fantastic choices, and basically everything in between.
That's it.
And we get it, and we've learned from some of the best, past and present.
Oh yeah,
and
lots of
we
people.
Want to and are imparting what we've learned, what's worked for us, what hasn't worked for us.
Yeah.
You know, everything in the metaphysical realm, law of attraction, spirituality,
psychology, neuroscience, and you know the driving
quantum
force
physics.
is the driving force is for me. I wanted to feel happier.
Yeah.
That
is that simple, huh?
Drives me. Yeah.
We want to be happy. If you want to be happy, this is what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, that's really all we want. Happiness and healthiness and better life.
Yeah.
A life we love living.
That's it. All right. I think that's a wrap. What do you think?
That's a wrap. So welcome to Crysalyst.
Welcome. We love you.
And we want you to follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is Crysalyst Life. You want to spell Crysalyst?
Crysalyst. Crysalyst.com.
There we go.
And that, as they say, is a wrap.
It's a wrap.
And scene.
Ciao.